Hello students, I am Pika sir and today I am uploading the part 3 from the Russian Revolution chapter. Okay, so let's start. See, the first point or first heading is socialism in Russia. You know that before 1914 all political parties were illegal as per the rules of the Tsar. And in the year of 1898 Russian Social Democratic Workers Party was formed. Okay, and they set up the newspapers, mobilized workers, organized strike, but in secret way, right? And some socialists thought that in the countryside, in which way, that isn't dividing their work or cultivating, that was one of the concept of the socialism. So they believe that in this upcoming revolution, these peasants would be the main force, right? Now, some other socialists didn't believe uh, something like that. They believed that, he believed that, no, some peasants are poor, some peasants are rich. So in this way, you cannot define that they could be the main force of the upcoming revolution. So regarding their ideology, the social, socialist political party had been divided into two parts: Bolshevik group and the Menshevik group. That this two group originated from the Socialist Revolutionary Party, which was formed in the 1900. Understood? And Bolshevik political party leader was the Vladimir Lenin. He believed that if anyone want to be the member in this Bolshevik group, he had to be disciplined and he had to follow some rules and regulation. But for the Menshevik, everyone was allowed to enter. Now we'll talk about the 1905, the revolution, the turbulent time. You know that Russia was an autocratic country and Tsarist rules was there, and Tsar didn't want to form or for the formations of the parliament, but definitely society demanded for that. Okay, they mobilize, organizing different kind of things. Okay, and they demanded for the constituent assembly. They demand for the constitution. That was not happened. But in the year of 1905, something happened in the Russia. Basically, it was a very bad seasons, very bad year for the agricultural productions and the industrial productions. And in that time, four members of the industrial worker associations were removed from Putilov factory. So they, that called on a strike, and next day, 110,000 workers also joined this movement. So it became the mass movement. In the year of 1905, we have seen this procession of the workers was leading by the Father Gapon. Okay, so they went to the Winter Palace, but suddenly it was attacked by the secret police and the military of the Tsar. 100 workers were killed and definitely 300 wounded. It happened on the Sunday, so that's why the student told it was the bloody Sunday. But due to the pressure of the workers' associations or different political parties, Tsar agreed for the formation of the Constituent Assembly, or you can say it is the Duma, right? And though the political parties were illegal officially, but they were working unofficially. But after 75 days, Tsar dismissed the first Duma and re-elected the second Duma within 3 months. But what he did, he appointed his own people so that no one could raise the voice against him. Then second Duma also suspended. Then in the third Duma we have seen conservative were packed and they were ruling with the Tsar, but the liberals and the radicals and revolutionaries were kept out. That was the situation. What happened? Now, jump to the 1914. You know that First World War started. Russia also joined the First World War. I have seen one image who were joining major forces in the First World War, right? Now, when Nicholas II joined this war, every people of the Russia supported, every people. But what Nicholas Tsar II, he took the decision without any kind of conversation with the political parties. So supports were thing, right? And even in the battles from the 1914 to 1916, Russian Red Army lost against the Germany for 3 times at least. So Russian army decided to return to their country. So they were returning to their country, but when they were returning, they were destroying the agricultural fields, breaking the roads, destroyed the buildings, and they had given the excuse that if Germany would invade, then they would not get any that support. That was the excuse. But you don't know that common people were suffering. Already 7 million casualty happened. 70 lakh, 70 lakh people were killed. And you are doing such a kind of humiliating things. People were suffering. They didn't have any food, they didn't have any job, industries were shut down. Even shortage of the laborers, because all the youth Russian people had to join the army. That was the situation in the Russia up to 1917. And definitely the political parties of the Russia tried to convince the Tsar, and people also supported these political parties. Tsar realized that my day has come. I've given some the original newspaper cutting. Definitely you should read what is written exactly in the newspaper regarding the Petrograd Soviet and the Russian Revolution. It's very exciting. If you want to read, read it. Now we'll talk about the February Revolution, which happened in the year of 1917, month of the February. Right? Now, in the February time, winter times, minus degree temperature, and Russia lost the battle against the Germany actually, but Russia won the war in the first during the First World War. But the effect, no foods were available, no jobs were available. Physically, mentally, they were disbalanced. Lack of foods, fuels. Russian soldiers also refused, to fire on them. On the day of the 22nd February, you know that what happened. 22nd February, some people, some industrial workers were removed from the factory. Now, 23rd February, next day, 50 factories industrial workers joined and started the movement and supported the workers of that particular industry. 23rd February. They were demonstrating, picketing, rallying on the road. And already you know that the German sentiment, anti-German sentiment increased. So that's why St. Petersburg replaced as Petrograd. And this capital city Petrograd was divided by the river Neva. And the right bank of the Neva river, factories, quarters are there. And on the left bank of the river, fashionable buildings, administrative buildings, army headquarters were there. That was the situation. Now 24th February and 25th February, same thing was happening, demonstrating, releasing their angers. So government ordered to keep an eye on them. That things happens. Now 25th February, that was the Sunday. So they in the morning they were coming to the left bank of the river and started their programs, demonstrating all that kind of things. Government order to fire on them, but Russian soldiers refused. Cavalry also refused to fire on them, and they had joined the movement with the industrial workers because they supported. Their families also suffering. Right now, on this 22nd February, same thing also happened. Police officers also, refused to fire. And Russian Tsar realized that my time has been ended. On the day of the 27th February, in the evening, the leaders of the radicals, liberals, socialists, and definitely army officers, police officers gathered. And they had decided to form the Soviet or the council instead of the Duma, or uh, it would replace the Duma. That means that was decided that they would not listen any voice of the Tsar. And on the next 28th February, one delegation went to the Winter Palace to meet with the Tsar. And military commander requested the Tsar, sir, your time has, ended. So it's better, if you want to leave, to resign from your post. And it happened on the 2nd March. So finally, we have seen 2nd March, fallen of monarchy. What Russian people wanted, February Revolution ended. And Tsarist rule finally came to an end. In history, it was popularly known as the Russian Revolution, or you can say the February Revolution. After that, Russian formed new democratic government. It was known as a provincial government. And Alexander Kerensky became the prime minister. Kerensky pledged that he would, keep Russia in the war despite people's desire to pull out. And election also should be conducted. That was the story in the February Revolution. Followed? Understood? So, if you have any questions, any queries, definitely you can ask me. You have my WhatsApp number, right? So, thank you very much. I am ending this video lessons here. Okay.